Hey, Des, congrats on the win. Can you walk us through your mindset was in the week kind of leading up to this game?
Yeah, I mean, this week was huge as a team for a whole. It was go out there and get a win. However it came, good, bad, ugly, go out there and get a win. That's what we did. Came out here, played as a team, both offense, defense, and special teams. Obviously a lot of things we can go back and clean up, a lot of things we can be better at. But we're pretty happy because we came out here with a win.
Hey, Des, obviously the 2 picks, but then Arthur was talking about how what he likes about you is you were able to respond and you had that big pass to Bijan. Just how important was it to respond the way you did?
Yeah, I mean, it's always the next play mentality. No matter what happens, good, bad, ugly, just move on to the next play. Not only with myself, but everyone on the field. Everyone's got to move on. Everyone's got to keep going and play. Each play is a new play. And obviously, we got the matchup we wanted. Bijan on the backer was able to give a ball. The O-line did a heck of a job all day of giving me enough time to stand in the pocket, deliver a ball. They did a heck of a job in the run game, moving the line of scrimmage. Not only the offensive line, but defensive line as well. That's through our team is where we're going to live and die at is our up front 5.
Yeah, Des, I just wanted to add on to that. How happy were you to see the offense play the way they did at the end of the game to kind of just salt that thing away on the ground?
Yeah, it was huge. All week they were challenged to go back and be that line that we know they can be. They stepped up to the challenge and did a great job. And, right there before we took that field with like 7 minutes left, Drew Dahlman, our center, he told me, he said, hey, let's end this game with the ball in our hands. And I said, yes, sir, let's go. Obviously we did, and we came back, and the defense, great job of shutting them down when we were able to finish with the ball in our hands. Obviously, Koo coming down, making the kick. But, yeah, it was a huge drive.
You're right. How did Dave moving up to the box help you? Just another set of eyes from upstairs, and maybe something that in previous games you might not have noticed because he was on field level. How did it help you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it was just another set of eyes. Being at that level, usually it's Art and Rags up here, and then we got our assistant coach Kramer up in the box. But yeah, it's just another set of eyes that's able to see from a different vantage point. And then, communicating with him on the sideline, communicating with Kramer on the sideline. And then, like we said, too, Taylor and Logan do a great job of being another 2 sets of eyes just to be able to help me out there in whatever I need.
Yeah, it looked like you involved yourself as a runner at some pretty key times in this game. Was that something you guys really wanted to emphasize in your style of play kind of moving forward this season?
Yeah, I mean, it had nothing to do with, the offensive scheme or anything like that. We saw throughout, the entirety of their season that, they've struggled with quarterback play extension, with quarterback scrambling up and out of the pocket. So that we knew if 1, 2, and possibly 3 wasn't there, that 3 was probably going to be my legs and just take off and go. I got off a couple of the reads and then just, found an open spot in the pocket and got out.
Des, when Jessie gets that interception and then is able to keep going and take it for a touchdown, just what's going through your head as you're watching that play unfold?
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, obviously, that's a huge momentum swing in any game when you get a pick 6, especially one that long. It obviously, kind of deflates the other team. But, for us as an offense, we kind of had to stay ready because at that point, and then they go back out on the field. It felt like we hadn't been on the field for quite some time. So, it was a great job of the offense coming back out and responding. But obviously, like you said, a great job of the defense stepping up, creating a turnover and creating points off that turnover.
Kaden called Jessie a game changer and just said, the way the team can feed off of momentum, like an energy play like that is so big. Just what are your thoughts on how he can change the game for y'all?
Yeah, like you said, energy and then playmaking. The way he's able to play the field, play that safety position, be able to be all over the field and confuse quarterbacks. He does a great job of it. That's obviously, why he's our number 1 safety back there. And like you said, just energy. He's not only a great energy provider, but he's a great leader of this team. A great person to have on our team, and he's just going to continue to do great things for us.
Des, over here, can you just talk us through the touchdown pass to Bijan? You kind of had a guy right in your face there, blitzer coming off the line.
Yeah, it was the same play we ran earlier that I kind of scrambled on down there in the red zone and almost ran into Kyle. It was the same exact play. That one was zone coverage. This one we got matched up in man. I felt pressure, took my drop, saw the matchup with him and DeMario, and just put it up for a ball to go get him.
I know it's just one game, but Coach was stressing the importance of this moment today. Relief? Is that a way to describe how you feel, this team feels right now?
I wouldn't say relief, more so, just excited to go out there and get the win. Obviously, having a tough 3 or 4 weeks, just being able to go out here and get a win at home, it's huge.
Arthur mentioned the Wednesday practice and how much he liked the intent. What do you remember about Wednesday?
I mean, yeah, Wednesday was the day that, we went out there. I mean, it's week 12. A lot of guys on Wednesday, when you put the pads on, can go out there and, maybe have a softer practice or a jog-through practice or not full speed. But what we do in our style of play is full speed and pads, almost every time we can do it. And so, our intent out there on Wednesday was just fast, physical, great energy, great practice. The weather wasn't perfect, but it was what we needed. And like we said, it was just a great one to start off the week with.
Was there anything you tried to do specifically that day to sort of foster that culture?
No, like I said, I think my entire time just coming out this week was playing free, playing fast, and having fun. I think I did that out there in practice and obviously did that today.
The 95-yard drive, I think you were 4 of 4. What do you remember specifically about the keys to that drive, to being successful there?
Yeah, like we said, I think the number one thing for the key of all the drives was the guys up front. Those 5 men up front did a heck of a job of, like we said, giving me enough time, blocking for Bijan, blocking for CP, blocking for Tyler, and did everything that they could do to move the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Des, Coach told us that David Ragone was up in the box today. How did that help the operation? He was talking about logistics and so forth.
Yeah, no, like we said, it was just another set of eyes up there. Being able to communicate, having another set of eyes, not only up in the box, but like we said, we got multiple on the field with Taylor and Logan and Coach Kramer, but it was just another set of eyes to give a different perspective and hopefully be able to communicate and see things better.
And on the interception at the 2 or 1, we couldn't tell. It looked like Jonnu and Bijan were in the same area, vicinity. What happened on that play?
Yeah, I was just going to Bijan. I probably threw it about 6 inches too far inside.
Okay.
He kind of, there was hands up down there in the red zone. Might have lost it, whatever it was. It got to be a better ball. Got to put it on him.
And what was it like in the huddle in that last key drive? Not the kneel down, but the one where y'all ran it 9 times in a row. Were the linemen all fired up about that? Or?
The linemen were all just, like we said earlier, we had a challenge to them early in the week to go out and play their brand of ball, which is tough, nasty, and physical, and move that defensive line, and which we did. We wore them down in that fourth quarter, was able to possess that ball for the last 5.5, 6 minutes, whatever it may have been. And they did a heck of a job of being able to get up there and keep the ball moving forward. Props to Bijan, Tyler, and CP of all being able to go out there, take control of the ball, get those first downs, and keep it moving.
Desmond, you guys, the next time you take the field, will have the division lead in December. What does that mean to this team to have the division lead this late in the year?
Yeah, that just means we got to show up every week to go to play. We obviously knew that this game was huge for that, which was, one of the driving reasons of going out here and get a win. But now we got to keep it. We haven't won back-to-back games since the first 2 weeks. So we got to go on the road against the Jets, who is a great team, great up front on both sides of the ball. We got to be able to go out there and get a win.
All right, Desmond, I got 2 things for you. Can you shed some light on what it felt like for you to get pulled and now to come back in the starting lineup? What did you learn from that experience? How did that help you in this moment?
Yeah, I think, honestly, it taught me how to be a true backup. It taught me, that you are obviously preparing as a starter every single day. But like I told someone earlier in the week, I don't think I've actually been a backup in my career. I've never came off the bench in the fourth quarter of a game to go in and have to play and go win a game. And so for me, that taught me, not only respect that you got to have for backups, but, just the ability that, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a quarterback position, safety position, center position, it's a next man up mentality. When your number is called, you got to be ready to go, and you got to go out there and execute the same game plan that everyone else has been working all week that you might not have got the same amount of reps at.
Did it make you appreciate it even more or do anything in your approach when you are the starter?
Yeah. It makes you appreciate everything. Obviously, just being grateful to have the opportunity to come out here and play the game we love. Obviously, everyone who's on that field, everyone who's dressed wants to be out there playing. Obviously, we know at our position is the quarterback position. It's only going to be one person. And so, yeah, it obviously feels great to get back out there and, like we said, to go get a win as a team.
Okay, one last thing. Your decisions to run today, spot on in multiple situations. What went into some of those decisions, and have you processed it a little bit better on when to run versus not?
Yeah, like we said, I think I did a good job of just going through my progressions. And then like we saw on film from numerous teams before, they kind of struggle with quarterbacks, play extending, quarterbacks getting out the pocket. So, once I saw the first couple reads weren't there, found a window and made it get out because they run a lot of match coverage, whether it's 1 high or 2 high. underneath, they're all matched. Eyes are off the quarterback. So at that point, it's taking a run.
Thanks.
Desmond, you might have answered this already, but the touchdown pass to Bijan, how much did you actually see Bijan versus see the rusher come in and just kind of know maybe where you're throwing to a spot?
Yeah, I didn't really feel the rusher. I knew that he was coming, and whoever was coming hot. And I just saw, the back of DeMario's jersey and Bijan running with them. So, like I told Bijan, at that point, that was just backyard ball. Threw it off the back of my foot, gave him a ball he could go get, trusted him. Like we said, we repped it before. And, that was a play we ran earlier in the game that I actually scrambled on, kind of ran into Kyle down there in the red zone, and we went back to it, got a different look, and we executed it.
Early in the game, you guys went up for a 4th and 2 and you had Gary moving. What was supposed to happen on that play?
Yeah, I mean, we were supposed to get a first down.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
beyond the, but like, I mean, was that a bad decision on you to keep it? Was that
No, we ended up kind of filtering it through wrong up front. We had 2 ended up coming off outside, so if you handed it off, Tyler's getting smacked. I pulled it. I got a guy sitting on me waiting outside. So, if we go back, I could probably re-ID it better, work things out, and we'll get it blocked up.
From talking to a couple of your teammates, it sounds like maybe the last 2 weeks before the bye, you guys maybe felt a little sluggish overall. Did you sense that too? Because you've talked a lot about energy in the last 5-6 days. Was that kind of what you were referring to in some ways? Or
Yeah, I wouldn't say the sluggish, but just, sometimes, like we said, it's week 9, 10, 11, 12. Things can start to get in the routine and become repetitive and go day after day, week after week. And sometimes, guys can get lost in that. Obviously, especially rookies, obviously me being a rookie last year, and it's a long season. And obviously those rookies aren't used to it, but just everyone in general, it's a long season. So just everyone having the energy and passion to come up here every single day, go to work and get better, that's something that we got to keep up and keep that energy going. Thank y'all.
Walk us through the touchdown.
Yeah, I don't got a voice either, but, just trusting my instincts, man. Just coming off that bye week, I think, everybody had to come to life and just reset with this bye week. And I seen 22 motion, and it's just simply film study and all the extra meetings that we do, all our coaches with the cut-ups. I give all props to them, and it's just me just checking gangster and making them play. It's a play that they ran, that they've shown on film, and I took advantage of it and got my 4th one for a touchdown too. So very special moment for me for sure.
How great was it to celebrate with your teammates in the end zone? They were pretty hyped for you running it back.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing a celebration all year, throw the ball up like a bomb and everybody fall. I was so hyped I couldn't even think about anything. I seen Bud, he like, do the bomb. I'm like, all right, bomb. So throw the ball up, everybody. We're really correlate there. So it just explains, and shows how well connected this team is getting. Like I always tell people, you want to play your best ball around Thanksgiving and December. That's when, good teams start to play their best ball, and that's what we're doing right now.
How much did this week's practice really make a difference in the game today? Arthur was talking about how difficult it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, coming off a bye, a lot of people want to ease into stuff. I thought Art did a really good job of, we had full pads on Wednesday, setting the pads and just setting the tempo for the week of what we want to do. And if you turn on that tape, I think you'll know what we did.
Just of the 4, was that the longest, 92?
Yeah, that was probably the longest. You can tell.
And then your other defensive play inside the red zone again, inside the 10-yard line. How important do you think that was, switching momentum yet again?
Yeah, anytime you get a turnover in the red zone, you take away points from the opposing offense and give our offense a chance to go down there. I think they had a super long drive after that. We kicked the field goal. It's critical. Anytime you can get a turnover, Richie did a really good job. Nobody sees Richie with the open field tackle, and then I come out of nowhere and punch the ball. Just another, like I said, another example of what our defense wants to be moving forward. And, it's just continue to make plays, baby.
Sense of relief after tonight?
Absolutely. You come off, 3 or 4 losses. Everybody's asking questions. Is Art going to be here? Are they making the right decisions with the quarterbacks? And one thing I love about this team is our mindset and just being able to block out all the noise and just get back to work. The job's not finished. You know, we got a long season ahead, and like I said, we got to keep playing our best ball around this time, and we'll be just fine.
What are some of the building blocks you guys can take from this game and use those moving forward?
Yeah, you know, it's every game. This was kind of like a playoff type of game. It's going to be playoff type of games once we continue to win and, you know, maybe host a home game here later on in January. So, like I said, we want to know this week, and the goal is to keep doing that and move on to New York next week.
What about today's game? You know, you guys had some time off these bye weeks, and how things feel you guys are.
Yeah, well, first off, you know, I just want to give honor to God, you know, for playing for him and for giving him all the glory on that field. And he got us out healthy, and he got us out with the win. So it was just a blessing to, you know, be able to get to serve his glory on the field as a team and as an individual. But, like, Thanksgiving was good. It was good. I went to a family friend's house and went to go just eat some food, just hang out, watch some football. It was definitely a good time. It was good to get our bodies back from that bye week, and then, you know, come out here and, you know, do what we did today.
Bijan, were you the first read on that touchdown pass?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At what point did you realize it was up in the air toward you?
I knew it right after I saw the linebacker come. He was trying to match me, and I knew Desmond's going to throw it right away. So that was the point when I knew.
How far up in the tunnel did you run? We couldn't see. You kind of disappeared for a while.
Not that far. It was like 5 feet. I wasn't trying to slip. But yeah, man, I mean, that was a great play by Desmond, and just me trying to track the ball in the air, and, you know, we caught it and got the touchdown.
Did the holes open up as the second half went on?
Man, hey, so the O-line, like, I don't know what they was on this week, but they were just, you know, overpowering everything in practice. Like, everybody, you know, they had a different mindset, and just seeing all 5 of those guys, you know, go out there and dominate, you know, the will of another defense, like, it speaks a lot for how good, you know, a O-line can be when we just play together, play our hearts out. But those 5 guys, the tight ends, the receivers, like, it was all part of the plan this week to just, you know, do what we do on the ground game and let everything else open up. So that was really fun to watch and really fun to be a part of.
Also, Desmond's game today. I mean, even after he had a miscue, he came bounce back and scored.
Yeah, man. I mean, Desmond always bounces back. You know, when if something bad happens, you know, it never gets to him. You know, he's always trying to look for the next play. He's always trying to look for the next drive to be a successful drive. And that's what I respect about Desmond. I mean, you know, things can go wrong in the game, but he's trying to come back. He's trying to improve, and that's what's going to make you a great quarterback one day. You know, if something bad happens and you're just trying to get away from it and go out there and improve the next drive.
Your first time about the Saints, things got a little chippy out there from time to time. Talk about that.
I wasn't saying a word, man. I didn't say a word. I heard it, and all I did was just, you know, get up and go to the huddle. And one guy was trying to talk to me, and I just smiled at him and said, "Hey, good play, bro." And he was like, "God, I mean, you can't talk to this kid, man."
Bijan, I'm sorry if you already asked this, but what's it feel like to be just up top of the NFC South now?
It feels good. Feels good. Obviously, you know, we got to take every game one game at a time, and, you know, we like this feeling here when we win games. So, you know, we got to get ready for the Jets next week and keep stacking because, you know, we're going there. It's gonna be a hostile environment, and we need to play our best game. But I mean, obviously, you want to get to number 1, but there's still 6 games left in the season, so we got to go out there and prove what we can do, and, you know, just keep the momentum going.
In what ways do you feel like you guys can build off this win?
Just playing for each other, playing hard, and, you know, I think, you know, when we play hard, y'all saw it today on the field. It's kind of hard to stop. It's kind of hard to, you know, for another defense to stop our momentum. So I think just understanding that, you know, we play for each other, play for God, and go out there and just play our hearts out, you know, every single play.
Hey, what were some of the things y'all wanted to do against David Carr in their passing attack?
David Carr.
Excuse me, that's his brother, Derek. I'm the only one that remembers.
Yeah, you know, just play our game. You know, mix it up, bring pressure. Play some man with the receivers, and just try to get them, you know, off their game plan and just be attacking and aggressive.
And where were you at when Jessie was steaming up the sidelines there?
Yeah, I was trailing about 25 yards behind. I was a little tired, but, you know, I caught up to him at the end. Big play.
And, you know, getting the turnovers, too. It looks like they're trying to score, but y'all are able to punch it off for them. How big was that for the defense?
Yo, that's Jessie again making that play. But, you know, that's everybody as a defense winning they one-on-one. And just making big plays and coming up with the ball. Anytime the ball hit the ground, it's not finished till, you know, we get the ball. So that was a big play, big momentum swing for us, and we took advantage of it.
AJ, I'm sorry, I don't have a voice, but so much of the defense today was bend, don't break for you guys. How much do you want that to be indicative of how you guys are moving forward?
Yeah, it's always that just coming out there and no matter what what the offense do or what we do, it go bend that quote go for for everybody, and just being able to have that mindset of just going out there and getting off the field and letting the offense get another opportunity.
Arthur was talking about how different this week's practice was, specifically on Wednesday. How much did that set the tone for this game today?
A lot, like I had said, just coming off the bye week, we understood what was at task with the division game, and it had a lot going on into this game, and we was on a losing streak, just a lot at stake at the moment, and we just came out, understood where we was at, and we control our own future. The season wasn't over. We got a lot of division games left, and as long as we get that down, we can make a playoff push.
It's not like you guys are going to rest after today, but how much is it just kind of a sigh of relief, given the fact that there was a losing streak? A lot of people were talking, you're on a bye week.
Yeah.
How much was today just kind of a sigh of relief?
Yeah, it's big. Like I said, just us being us. We don't listen to no outsiders or anything like that. Whatever we practice and go through in the team room, whatever Art say, how we attack practice, and all those things that would carry into the week, and when we play teams, and like I said, just going 1-0 each week, and we control everything.
And how much is Jessie a difference maker on this defense?
It's a lot. It's evident. We done seen it time and time again. Him just making plays, being him. And that's, what we brought him here for, to, be a difference maker. And he's living up to that, day in, day out.
You guys were imposing your will on the line of scrimmage. I mean, is that the identity you guys want to carry on throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just really take control of a game if you play like that. And that was a really good front, with really good players, and it's been a challenge going against them all the times I played them. And I just think we did a good job of executing and, put it on ourselves to go out there and find a way to get it done. And we did. So really refreshing after the way things have gone the last couple of weeks to finish a game,
Arthur said, mentioned Wednesday's practice and how physical Wednesday's practice was. What do you remember about that?
What I took from it is, just as an O-line, we're taking a lot of responsibility on ourselves to go out and win. And, I think we're really talented and we have good players. And just, like I said, speaking for this front five, we want to be the reason we're able to dominate games and go out and be able to mix it up. And I think today was a step in the right direction. Also about the play today, Des. You won something with bad from tonight. You bounced back pretty good. Yeah, I think that Des always does a great job leading, and he's never up and down. He's always consistent with the way he approaches the huddle and talks to us. He's really mature in that way. But no, I thought he did a great job of, taking what was available, and at the end of the day, finding a way to win and making a bunch of big key plays at the end of the game. So I know you already talked about it. Let's get your comments about what you were able to achieve today. That's longevity and that's staying in good health and showing up every week. Yeah, no, it's man, this is a storied franchise with a lot of really good players that have been here, and the fact that I can be tops in that category, very humbling, pretty amazing. As much as I would love to take credit for it and say I have all the answers, I think God's blessed me with a body that just take a beating and do this, and really a lot of guys in my family. So very thankful and very honored.
Arthur said after the bye, this is when you guys find out who you are. This is when the real identity comes.
Yep.
With getting the turnovers, the way you guys play defense, and running the ball efficiently. How would you speak to maybe that being the identity you guys want to present?
Yeah, shout out to the O-line. They brought it. They were challenged this week. They were, and they came and they brought some special juice today, and they were awesome. Watching them run block today, pass block, do what they did today. The O-line was amazing. And obviously our skill positions, our running backs, our quarterback, they all took advantage of that space that they gave them. So that was awesome. But going back to your point, it was awesome. I was telling them earlier, you found out when we had to prepare coming off those 3 losses what we were going to be. We knew you'd be excited for this game. You could not practice all week and still be excited for this game, because that's the type of game it was. But to show up Wednesday with that taste in your mouth all bye week, and to put in the work that we did this week, it speaks volumes to this team and the maturity of this team.